Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are doing the last part of the new Legendary Goku event missions, which is Full Power. Now, I did mention in the previous video, that was the Patara I believe, that throughout the series I have tried to not use the same units multiple times on different teams, but on the day I recorded that Patara run, I did actually look at putting my full power team together, and I realised that out of the units that I have and units that are actually good for this event, there basically isn't anyone I haven't used already on another team. So basically I think pretty much every unit on this build we have used once already. I did decide not to bring LR Kale and Caulifla or the Go Bros though, because obviously we've all seen in the previous videos how they dominate this event. And then especially LR Kale and Caulifla, because they get so many additional super attacks, the whole video just turns into watching LR Kale and Caulifla's super attack animation like 50,000 times. So I decided to bring a slightly different build this time. There's a couple of units we've only used once so far, like the blue Vegeta. We also have the transforming Vegeta. We're going to keep transforming Vegeta as a link partner for the LR Gohan. And then the other rotation will be Tech Golden Frieza with STR Cell. Frieza, obviously, throughout the whole event is basically just going to take no damage until we get to Int UI. And then he does start taking a little bit of damage, even from normal attacks. But by then, STR Cell will be built up so much that he will be able to tank normal attacks for double digits. So he will be fine. So, obviously, we'll do this. So with this team, we need to get the right balance between building up our stacking units, and then obviously the fact that we do have some units that are going to dish out quite a lot of damage. And obviously the problem with having a team that is a combination of those two is if your hard-hitting units go ham and keep getting additionals and crits, then you're going to kill off the end of the stages faster, which gives your stacking units not as many times to actually stack up their defense. So Frieza with the level 3 dodge against an attack that would have probably done double digits. That's what you like to see. Yeah, see, big crit from Cell. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Additional from Vegeta, but we don't kill him off, so. But obviously, one of our best stacking units is, of course, the LR Gohan. He is one of the best units in the game for this event. By the time you get to like the last couple of stages, he's not even taking damage from super attacks. So we even get a transformation early from blue Vegeta, so we are pretty stacked to be dealing a large amount of damage now at this point. So, give you those. I mean, Gohan... Actually, Gohan might not finish off Goku here, but he builds up his defense so quickly that against these early stages, it's not like he's really going to take any damage anyway. He will still take damage from a super, but... or, you know, get that level 3 dodge, and then, yeah, take 10 damage. I can't wait for us to get a proper standalone Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta card, because I have a feeling that when the Int Blue Vegeta gets his Easy A, he's going to be incredibly good. I think he's going to be like the Saiyan version of Omega, because he already debuffs enemies, but he debuffs only extreme types. Now that obviously categories are the meta and not just doing mono like super versus extreme and stuff like that, I feel like if they'll change that to all enemies attack down, because then, you know, if you take him into something like Realm of God Super Battle Road, the first fight has like 2 out of 5 are extreme, then the second fight is like 1 out of 4, and then the last fight it's 0 out of 4. So if his passive stays as attack lowering on extreme only, then he doesn't really do anything in that particular stage. So I feel like with categories being the big thing now, they probably will give him the all types damage reduction, because obviously that will be incredibly useful. And then he was already a good card when he came out. Like, his super attack animation, whilst it doesn't compare to the ones that we have now, was always pretty cool. And I have a feeling that once he gets his Easy A, he'll be one of the top picks for a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Sorry, just a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Which then, of course, means we can't use this guy who transforms into Evolution. So we definitely need a standalone card for him. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, who knows? We could even see that for Saiyan Day, because we know about the free-to-play LR Bardock like gang, but we don't know what the banner is going to be. Obviously a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be a new summonable Bardock, which would be pretty cool. You know, your boy is a big fan of Bardock, but I would definitely like to see a standalone Super Saiyan Blue Evolution card. That would be very cool. So, right, so this is the rotation that we want now with Gohan and transforming Vegeta. I'll give you those. And then no super attack for you, unfortunately. But he probably won't survive till then. I guess it depends how much... depends if Gohan's going to crit here, which he did not. But at least he's not taking any damage. And decent attack stat from Vegeta. I love that super attack, his Super Saiyan 2 one, where he just jumps up and yeets that giant energy ball at them. So, Blue Evolution, if he gets some crits on his guaranteed additionals, maybe, but it's not. He's not coming through with these crits. And then we get the bonus from the hidden potential, but it was not a super. Well, we've taken quite a lot of type disadvantage super attacks already, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's do this. I'm just going to grab same type orbs here. We've gotten the Dokkan attack against Super Saiyan 3 Goku a few times in the runs so far. So depending on the orb layout for next turn, we might be able to force the Dokkan attack next turn. But we shall see. So now we've got God Vegeta. This is the one turn that's a little bit awkward, because during the God phase he loses Prepared for Battle. But then I guess Gohan doesn't have Prepared for Battle anyway. Wow, Gohan can transform. Oh, because I have Cell on the team. Crazy. Not often you get to see this happen, is it? But obviously we're not going to transform him, because he loses all of his like defense building when he transforms. So... oh, we're so close to the Dokkan attack. The problem is, Broly, if we don't get the Dokkan attack, which I don't think we will, Broly could potentially die against a super attack from Goku. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. That'll keep us protected for this turn and the next turn when we actually use the Dokkan attack. And that should then get us back to full health, especially because we're against the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'll get the Dokkan attack with Golden Frieza, and then that should get us back to full health. Hopefully we will take out Goku with it, I don't know. At least with an Icarus active, Broly's defense is going to be a little bit better. Or, I say his defense obviously doesn't change, but his ability to take damage. So from non-super attacks, he should be okay here. And then even a super will not actually kill us, thanks to the Icarus. We didn't get a super though. So the good thing about being on slightly low health at the moment is, of course, Golden Frieza, with his EZA, not only does he still mitigate damage, even though it's not as much, but he actually does get an attack boost when you're below 50% health as well. So that means that he is actually going to do more damage with this Dokkan attack than he would do if he was on full health. So this should deal quite a decent amount of damage, and hopefully we'll get a full heal out of this. Obviously the Icarus is still active anyway, so we're not going to take a load of damage this turn. So we should be all good here. Even if Cell takes a super, with the Icarus active we would survive. So let's see, how much can we do? 1.9 attack stat. Not terrible, not the best. How much can we do? Yeah, 3.2 without a crit. And the best part is we didn't kill him, which means Cell gets to do another super attack and add another stack to his attack and defense, and then take him out. So yeah, we take that. So we get onto God Goku, and we should be on full health. And now we have, oh, and now we have the big one-shot blue Vegeta attack. So we like that. Even though I really want to put Gohan in the front slot, because look at all of those attacks. Let me double check Vegeta here. So now we're at blue. So greatly raises attack for one turn, does immense damage. Yes, he only gets attack per key sphere obtained, so he doesn't nuke. He doesn't nuke his defense, which is kind of a shame, because let's see. We should probably take double digits. I can't pass up the like all AGL orbs turn, all physical orbs turn even. It's just too good. So, but of course he's going to start off with a super, so this will actually hurt. I guess maybe this would have hurt Gohan quite a lot anyway, because I don't know how built up he is. But yeah, normal attacks are still doing double digits, so 3.98. I mean, we had to do it for the big one-time attack. It is the only turn you get to do it, so makes sense to go ahead and do so. And then we got 24 key super with Gohan. He will need to crit to actually do reasonable damage here, though. Unfortunately. I did at least find a 90% Broly friend, which is the same as mine. When I first tried to load this up earlier, I had to go into the account and back up, because the only one that appeared was a 55%, which I was not really too keen on attempting this with. Because Broly is definitely the liability on the team. He can put out a ton of damage. But even in, like, by the time we get to this GOKU phase, like, he takes quite a lot of damage from normal attacks. Yeah, see, 33,000. And then, of course, that's not even thinking about when we get to STR UI. So, that is going to be a lot of damage overall that he will take. So, let's go ahead and do this. So, if we don't get supered in the last slot, we'll survive. If we get supered in the last slot, we potentially die. But let's see. Because, yeah, if Cell and Frieza at this point are just not going to take damage at all, which is good. So, ideally, we would like him to super attack one of them. Or just not super attack at all. But Cell, maybe, ooh, big crit. I was going to say maybe come through with an additional. The fact that he hasn't supered already is a little bit scary. But there is, of course, the possibility that Broly goes off here and gets a couple of super attacks with crits. So he's obviously going to put out quite a lot of damage. No, and we get super attacks. So literally worst case scenario. The Goku event always knows. Oh, wow. I really thought we were done then. 4,000 HP. Okay. Wow, I guess we are using this then. A little bit early to be using a healing item, but unfortunately that's what using physical Broly gets you sometimes. So, of course he super attacked there though. That's so annoying. But that's how these runs go sometimes. So, we survived barely by the skin of our teeth. But yeah, Vegeta here should finish off GOKU. Which makes us a good start for Super Saiyan Blue Goku, because we got Golden Frieza on rotation for the type advantage. I guess maybe I should probably... I've mentioned this in like some of the other parts, but like sometimes it is wise to like play smart. I probably should do this and just not let Broly take any hits, and then overall that keeps us much more safe for the whole turn in general. Because against normal attacks, Cell will take double digits here, even against the STR Goku, I think. But he did go ahead and super attack Frieza, which is obviously perfect because 41 damage. But yeah, it makes sense to like save your items as well as to not have very close calls like we just had. Sometimes it makes sense to put like break your rotations a little bit just so you can keep the more squishy units on your team out of harm's way. So plus it's not like we're going to take him out in one turn, so Cell is still going to get the ability to super attack, get those extra stacks on his attack and defense before he gets hit. So since we know he's only going to be taking normal attacks now, he should be okay here. Third? Hey, third super attack from Broly. We've already had one crit so far. Can we get another one? Deal the big damage here. No, but I mean, decent damage for one turn against the blue Goku, considering the defense that he has. Yeah, so double digits against AGL Goku. That is absolutely spot on. That's what we want to see. So, I mean, here, obviously, there is no safe place to put Broly. So we just kind of have to hope that he isn't going to super attack in that last spot again. But who are we kidding, right? But we got a lot of health, so I think even if the two attacks against Broly are a super attack and a normal attack, we should still survive again. It's just the problem with having him. Obviously, he is the leader for the team. I should mention, obviously, you can bring the Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but like his defense has never really been that great compared to other sort of Dokkan Fest category leaders. So of course in this event, by the time you get to Int UI Goku, Full Power Goku will just get slapped around. You could get super lucky and have him counter a super, but if he doesn't counter a super that's coming at him, it's going to do unbelievable. It's going to do over 300k easily. So he feels like a bit of a liability, because obviously we have quite a few strong AGL units. We should be able to get through the STR UI Goku without him doing too much damage to our physical units. But obviously we need to be very careful. But once we get past there and we get onto UI Goku, the two Brolys are going to run wild a little bit. They do still take more damage than a lot of the other units will, but they'll put out so much extra damage that as long as he doesn't go dodge crazy, we should be okay there. So, but yeah, this potentially could be the final turn. I think it should be, actually, because even I was going to say depending on Blue Evolution's different additionals and whether he gets crits, but then of course Broly's going to come in afterwards, so we should be all good here. Vegeta should have this covered even without a crit. Well, I said that. Come on, additional super. Wow. I see how it is, Vegeta. Making me look bad. But it's alright, because Broly is here to Godzilla mode. Laser beam from the mouth everywhere. And then, boom. Goodbye, Blue Goku. Okay, so, on to STR UI. Decent start having the AGL Cell. AGL Gohan here in this first slot. And then, of course, we got Cell, because we kind of broke those rotations previously. Gohan, of course, because he's building up his defense so much, is able to heal us a lot from same type orbs, which is really good. No super for Vegeta, unfortunately. And then no super from Cell either. Wow. Because, yeah, Cell will super from 10 ki, but we can only get him to 9. And then let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use our first item here, just because I know we are going to have a Broly on the next turn. And then at least the Icarus will still be active. And then this turn it keeps us a little bit safe, just in case he decides to super attack Vegeta in the middle. But the full 24 ki super from Gohan, not getting dodged, is real good as well. Nice big star there, just take off one bar straight away. And yeah, he hasn't super attacked Gohan, so... But there you go. Without the with the item active, double digits on physical Vegeta. How much will this do? His defense is quite high. Plus Whis. Yeah, still 143. That's okay. Oh, that's perfect as well, because there's only one attack in the third slot there. So we can go ahead and do this. Or shall I do this? Because if we have to miss supers for a couple of them, we might as well get these. Vegeta's got the built-in additionals anyway. And then, of course, Broly is going to be fine. Even if that's a super attack, we do have the Icarus active. So he should be okay there. See if Vegeta... Can Vegeta actually additional into a super attack this time? Hey, there you go. That's what we like to see. I was going to say, it'd be ironic if he decided to then dodge that one, but... STR UI Goku obviously doesn't dodge, like, as much. He's got a much lower chance to dodge. So, It's not something you should be like expecting to worry about, whereas of course Int UI is a completely different story. I'm sure we've all seen those turns where he dodges every single one of your attacks. I saw a clip of someone put up of the physical Vegito Blue getting attacked, I think it was like 5 or 6 times, and he dodged every single one of the counters. So it can happen. And obviously our physical Brolys, whilst we've been relying on them to output damage, we really need them to be getting crits in this stage if we are going to take him out quickly. But I mean, we're down 2 whole bars pretty much already, so we're doing pretty good. And then this is the kind of thing I like to see. All the attacks in the first slot for the physical, and then... or sorry, for the AGL, and then the physical units don't have to worry for the rest of the turn. We don't have an item active anymore though, so I'm not quite sure how to play this one. Actually, let's use a Princess Snake. Like I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned this at the start, but we probably will need to use most of our items in this phase, because once we get onto UI, Int UI Goku, our physical units we don't need to worry about. And then everybody else, wow, look at that, just level 3 dodge the super attack. Everyone else is going to have stacked so high that it really doesn't matter. So the STR UI Goku phase is our big, like, liability phase. Well, there's another dodge as well. Gohan just coming in with these level 3 dodges in this run so far. Vegeta, come on, get crits for me. Physical units, we need crits. Hey, 1.58. And then Broly. So we are going to get a Dokkan attack next turn. I don't know if we can avoid it. And obviously he has so much health left. I can't exactly, like... even if I could get no supers in the next turn, we wouldn't actually finish him off if I did that. Well, I say that actually. If Broly gets like 3 supers here and actually starts getting some crits, then... who knows? But... okay, well. Okay, so... do this, although we might not get it here. I could probably avoid it if we don't get same type orbs. And then in fact, let's do this for Cell, get a little bit of an extra heal there, and then we can't get a super for Vegeta, but no one on this turn needs damage reduction or anything, so we should be okay here. In fact, again, depending on crits, additionals from Blue Vegeta, we could take him out here, maybe? I always forget, I kind of underestimate how much defense he has, actually, because then when you see that, like, a super attack with no crit that still did around 500,000 damage, and, like, it wasn't even, like, a third of his health bar. So... oh, and Cell's defense, not high enough to take double digits against UI. That's a little bit surprising, actually. Okay, so fortunately we're now going to get the Dokkan attack with Gohan, so it should be GG here. Because it's a full 24 key super as well, so this should finish him off. He can't dodge, and it should do enough damage to give us a full heal, because 24 key super from Gohan with type advantage. And we hit all the nodes. That's what we want to see. So let's see. What is his attack stat? 3.69. So basically 3.7 mil. This should take out STR UI and then of course put us to full health. So that is exactly what we want to see here. 4 million damage with no crit. Yeah, okay. So we'll take that. And here we are. So we're almost at the 25-minute mark. We are finally at this guy. I might actually float off Cell because his defense is not high enough yet, and we do want Broly to pop off and get like crits and stuff. So in fact, I'll do this as well because we can take advantage of Cell's ability to heal. Because Broly will still take damage from even from normals from Int UI. So the fact that Cell will now be able to heal us a little bit at the end of the turn is very good. Because we've reached that sweet spot that I've mentioned in previous runs, where with certain team builds, when you get to Int UI Goku, as long as you're in a spot where you can't die in one turn, then you've basically got like the victory secured. And with the rotations that we have, it's very difficult for us to die in one turn. Because like this rotation, obviously Broly does take a little bit of damage from normals. Frieza doesn't really take a lot of damage. We're going to see how much he takes from a super attack. It's still going to be, what, maybe 100k? Not quite sure. But, oh wow, 85, so there you go. So nowhere near enough for us to die in one turn. And then on the next rotation, we have LR Gohan, who basically takes no damage anyway. And then the physical Vegeta. So we are all good here. Although, of course, again, I may have to change the rotations around a little bit. We'll do this, because we definitely don't want... the blue Vegeta taking a ton of attacks at the end of the turn. But yeah, with this much HP, especially if he ever on this rotation super attacks Gohan, then it's a turn where we'll take very little damage, because Gohan's defense will be at the point now where even super attacks will deal double-digit damage to him. So, but he seems to refuse to super attack Gohan, which is annoying, because that would be very useful for me if he would just do that. But ooh, the crit normal gets dodged. At least the normal attacks are still doing damage. But yeah, see, 50k, like, Evolution Vegeta's defense, not quite as high. Unfortunately, that's because he transformed so quickly. Like, he's able to stack his defense a little bit before he transforms. And then, of course, if you haven't fully stacked up his passive yet, he loses the ability to do that once he has actually transformed. So, unfortunately, him transforming when he did was a little bit of a bad thing for us on this run. But we should be all good here. I think we'll be fine here. How many? Still got a ton of damage reduction items. I'm just going to go ahead and use one. I'm just a little bit concerned about one of the Brolys. If like there's a lot of normal attacks here, and if one of them is a super, we obviously know that Broly does take quite a bit more damage even against this Int Goku than anyone else on the team. So, plus of course, as long as we can actually land our hits, we are going to be putting out a lot of damage with them. So, yeah, so he's still taking 4,000 with an Icarus active. Now obviously the normal kind of units you'd want to bring on this event, as soon as you activate a damage reduction item, everyone should just be taking double digits. So you can kind of see that Broly very much is all about that offense in this event. Like the Dragon Ball Super Broly, his defense is not bad, but in this event it's not quite up to scratch compared to some of the other units. So, but at least we're landing some supers now. That's the important thing. So now we can start dealing some nice damage. We're actually almost halfway through his health pool already, which is very good, as we are coming up on the 30-minute mark, as long as he doesn't go too dodge crazy. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. That's why I used the item. So how much is this actually going to do? Yeah, see, 86 with the Icarus active. So I guess we probably still wouldn't have died, but I just wanted to play it a little bit more safely. So, and then of course the item is still active for this turn, which is good, because I'm not sure how built up Cell is at this point. But I mean, I kind of want to transform Gohan, but no, my luck, it'll be like those kind of things we talked about before with like the Zamasu and Trunks transformation, where you're sacrificing so much of your defense when you do it that if he then dodges, you have like sacrificed your defense for nothing, basically, because you obviously want to transform him for the big boy damage. But I would quite like to see him like I guess because I've got tons of items, I could try it, but it all depends how much health we're on when it next rolls around, because I don't want to take risks to be on the kind of health that we need to be to transform. But after this next turn, where we're going to have Broly and Frieza again, we'll be able to see by how much damage we actually do. An additional super from Vegeta is good, especially because he dodged the first one. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Okay, yeah, so next turn, in fact, Broly could go absolutely crazy and actually take him out, but if we do get the opportunity to transform Gohan again, it will only be in the turn after this one, so we shall see. Although we've got our boy transforming Vegeta here as well, so he's going to be dealing a decent amount of damage for us here. And his defense obviously much better than Broly's, so this is one of those turns where we can't die in this turn. Regardless of who takes a super, we are all good here. So now it all just depends how much damage we do to him, how much damage he does to Vegeta. Because honestly, we might not actually be able to transform Gohan now. Because yeah, unless Vegeta takes more damage than I'm expecting and takes a super attack, we probably won't be low enough. It's kind of a shame actually. I kind of want to see it now. I should have done it in that last turn. But yeah, Broly. Oh, Broly didn't get the additional though. So if this isn't a crit, we won't take him out. If it is, we actually might. Ooh, and we don't. Oh, okay, and then he takes double digits. So yeah, even if he super attacks Vegeta here, it's we're all good. So unfortunately, we don't get to see Gohan transform. But then isn't that the typical story of LR Gohan, is not getting to see him transform? So, oh well. And there we go. That'll be all she wrote. Unless he dodges, Gohan should finish him off here. Unless he dodges everyone, then we win this turn. But yeah, he didn't dodge Gohan. So that will be GG's. So that is the final mission completed. Full Power has been defeated. Or should I say Legendary Goku event has been defeated by Full Power. The Full Power mission has been defeated. So that was the final one. So we can go into the thing here and get our rewards. 31, not too bad. Still a bit slower than our best run. And we didn't use all of our items, so it wasn't terrible. We did have that very close call. So the RNG does still play a huge factor. But there you go. As you can see there, confirm that. And there we go. So that's all of the Goku missions completed. And then, as we always do, one final time, let's jump in on this banner here. We've only pulled one SSR out of 45 tickets so far. So, can we actually get another one on the final one? So, not much of a combo. No supercell. Wow, okay. Looks like we're going to end as we started with very bad pulls. Can we get an SSR here? Probably not, since we didn't even go Super Saiyan. But there you go. So 50 tickets on this Goku banner from these missions, and we pulled one SSR, and it was the STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku that awakens into the Great 8, the GT one, who I couldn't use. So, I mean, I'm happy for the 50 stones, and it's been fun to do these videos. Make sure you check them all out. They're all on a playlist, and of course the team building guide that goes over many options for the different teams is the first video in that playlist. So check that out if you haven't already. Let me know the team you beat Full Power with down in the comments below. And there we go. That is the series completed. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.